From era to era to era, the fun goes on. Shakey's 50 years. Shakey's Creamy Spinach Pizza. Creamier.
Creamier, yummier.
From era to era to era, the fun goes on. Shakey's 50 years. Shakey's Creamy Spinach Pizza. Creamier.
Creamier, yummier.
From era to era to era, the fun goes on. Shakey's 50 years. Shakey's Creamy Spinach Pizza. Creamier.
Creamier, yummier.
Good morning, sports and volleyball super fans. This is Quick Set presented by Kick and powered by Smart 5G. We are coming to you live from Rizal Memorial Coliseum for the 2025 Shakey Super League Preseason Unity Cup. Joining you courtside, my name is Diana Igbal alongside Rhea Raagas and Caitlin Bernal for our first and second game of today's quadruple header. Now, speaking of matches, today's games are going to be an all NCAA and UAAP showdown with with the Adamson University battling it out with the Arellano University at 10 o'clock a.m. Next up is the College of St. Benilde versus the Ateneo de Manila University at 12 o'clock p.m. The National University versus San Beda at 2 o'clock p.m. And last but definitely not the least, we have the University of Santo Tomas versus the Mapua University. Of course, before we go into that, let's take a quick look at what the Shakey Super League is offering right now. We have once again our SSL bundle. Cheer for your team while enjoying your Shakey's favorites with the Super League meal deal, now available in 3 types. We have the SSL 1099, SSL Classic, and SSL Gold. And it gets even better. Classic and Gold bundles now come with a Shakey Super Card for even more perks and discounts. Whether you're courtside or couchside, enjoy the action with the Super League meal deal. And of course, for everyone who's tuned in right now, we have a lot of games today, so do not miss out on the chance to catch it live here in Manila. But of course, for those who can join us at the venue, you can still catch a Shakey Super League Preseason Cup live on pusop.com. Your game, your community, join now. Also live on Smart Sports and Puso Pilipinas. You can also watch us on the Shakey Super League Facebook page and on TV at Solar Sports, Channel 70 on Sky Cable, Channel 59 on Cable Link Metro Manila, and live on Digital Free TV in Mega Manila DDT Channel 21. Now coming your way is our first game for today, that is Adamson versus Arellano. This is Quick Set presented by Kick and powered by Smart 5G.
Ilang with another keen and powerful kill. Stand out from Lady Knights.
Noresco hammers that one down. Much more urgency here, but Boyos, oh my goodness, just erupting at the right time.
All confidence that we are seeing for the College of St. Benilde.
Now here she is, right on you. At the hang time there from Adamson.
Bella Sapienza, the calm, collected captain from San Marcelino, together with the Adamson Lady Falcons, will battle it out against, of course, this girl, Sheena Cafe, the fiery and fearless Lady Chief from Sampaloc. Of course, 2 brilliant players take center stage in this first game of our quadruple header here at the Rizal Memorial Sports Complex. That's Adamson University against Arellano University. Good morning to all our viewers, and together I am Rhea Agas alongside Caitlin Bernal and of course Diana Igual at the sidelines. It's a Thursday quadruple header here at the historic Rizal Memorial Sports Complex, and for our first game, first NCAA UAAP battle. Caitlin, what can we expect given that another quadruple header nga and it's a familiar NCAA UAAP battle?
Well, Rhea, we're still in the early stages of the tournament. Si Adamson, second game pa lang nila nito. So, I'm sure that everyone will want to have that edge, that advantage in their pool. So, we have an exciting slate of games for us today.
That's right. So to start the exciting things off today, let's take a look at our team standings so far. We have Pool A here with San Beda University up at top 1, of course, followed by the defending champions of the UAP, that's NU. And of course, a Pool B, FEU contra Adamson. There's a top 2 spots, while Pool C, you have UP and UST, and Pool D, you have CSB contra Ateneo. But again, it's Adamson versus Arellano here in our first game sa quadruple header. Let's take a look at their standing here in Pool B.
So Adamson's at a very comfortable position. Like I said, this is still their second game of the tournament. And Their last match was actually against the Jose Rizal University, where they won in 3 sets. And that was a very easy game for them, 25-17, 25-18, 25-16. And we saw a lot of their veteran players really stand out and step up there for their team to get that win.
Oh, that's right. So, given the Adamson is on an ascent right now, let's take a look at their last game against Jose Rizal University, through which they sweep that another NCAA team.
So it was a very dominant performance from the Adamson Lady Falcons. Kita mo naman sa attacks pa lang, 43 kontra 20. Even in their blocks, their net defense was there with 9 blocks compared to 3. And even their aces, they really were able to dismantle the defense of JRU to get that win.
Of course, let's take a look if this is something that the Adamson can continue. They're going up, especially they're going up against another NCAA team. But for now, let's take a look at our player in focus presented by PusoP.com. Join now for free. Of course, player in focus is no other than Francis Mordi, who alongside Bella Sapienza, who earned that MVP of the match honors in Adamson's win against JRU. May naging katulong din si Bella Sapienza in that game, and that is Francis Mordi.
She was able to collect 11 points from 8 attacks, 1 block, and 2 aces. So this girl really is an all-around player that Adamson can really lean on, especially when those veterans such as Sapienza are not on the court. So we can expect that she will be putting on the same performance in this match today.
That's right. So let's see if this is also will be translated again. This another NCAA versus UAP team. But on the other side of the court, Katie, let's take a look at this previous match of Arellano going up against FEU.
So FEU, we know, is a really established team, and AU struggled against them to get their first defeat here sa tournament natin. It was a 3-set sweep by FEU where they really dominated on the attacking department. Even if it's just by 10 points, you see they really still struggled on their defense, both sa net and sa floor, with 5 blocks, FEU getting 5 blocks compared to 2, and FEU getting 5 aces against the Lady Chiefs.
That's right. So both teams from the NCAA and the UAAP, again, Caitlin, are on an ascent right now, as both teams will try to get a spot in the next round. Here, it's a quadruple header again here at the historic Rizal Memorial Stadium. In just a bit, we will have our first serve.
Good eyesight makes perfect moments. For expert eye care, state-of-the-art facilities, affordable eyewear, go to EO. EO Executive Optical. Love your eyes.
Presenting our game officials for this match. First referee, Ray Galvin. Second referee, Justin Cruz. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Rizal Memorial Coliseum. This is the Shakey Super League Preseason Unity Cup 2025. This match is between the Adamson University Lady Falcons and across the net, the Arellano University Lady Chiefs. And now, let us meet the starters for both teams. First, from Adamson University, Lady Falcons. First off, middle blocker number 3, third to down. Setter at number 9 and the team captain, Bella Sapienza. Middle blocker number 10, Camille Junicio. Outside hitter number 13, Frances Mordi. Opposite hitter number 18, Abby Sege. Outside hitter number 21, Lana Barrera. Starting libero number 12, Juris Manuel. Head coach of the Lady Falcons, JP Ude. And now for the starters of Arellano University Lady Chiefs. First off, setter number 2, Sheena Cafe. Outside hitter number 7, Yen Sabanal. Opposite hitter and team captain at number 8, Jasmine Palalon. Outside hitter number 12, Princess Alag. Middle blocker number 17, Gila Segovia. Middle blocker number 19, Jelay Santiago. Starting libero number 3, CJ Cordial. Head coach of the Lady Chiefs, Roberto Javier. It's the Lady Falcons versus the Lady Chiefs. This is the Shakey Super League Preseason Unity Cup.
For our starters from the Adamson University, you have Bella Sapienza to down, Jonicio Morde, Barrera, Segi, and Manuel as their libero. And of course, for Arellano University, Cafe, Santiago, Segovia, Sabanal, Ag, Palalon, and Cordial as their starting libero here. It's our first out of the 4 NCAA, UAAP NCAA battle here at the historic Rizal Memorial Sports Complex. It's your setter from San Marcelino, Sapienza, will go up against Santiago, as both teams will try to get that spot in their respective pool here as a top 2. And this set is brought to you by Shakey's. From era to era to era, the fun keeps rolling. 50 years of fun, family, and pizza at Shakey's. That's a great start here for the Lady Falcons. Caitlin, early activation for Frances Mordi.
Right off the bat, we see here the connection of the captain again with Frances Mordi. And you were just talking about that, Rhea, how these two girls are really the ones leading the Lady Falcons. And just to note that their captain, Shaina Natura, is not playing here for us today. So we're really going to see these girls shine, and I'm excited to see who else will step up from the Lady Falcons.
And of course, this is an opportunity, like you mentioned, Kate, this is an opportunity for the Lady Falcons, especially yung mga hindi natin nakikita na walang playing time masyado, to actually step in big time. But so far, both teams now with the side-out system. It's a great combination play for Arellano.
Arellano activating their attackers early on into this set. That was just enough to clip the line of the Lady Falcons' court.
So for Arellano, so far, they met twice against Adamson in the 2023 Shakey Super League, Caitlin. And in that twice na pag-encounter nila against each other, that is both in the eliminations and quarterfinals, hindi nakasecure ng win itong Arellano. And for Adamson, na-miss lang nila yung quarterfinals last year. So let's see if things will turn out nicely for Arellano this year, given the fact na, like you mentioned, a lot of key players are not playing right now for Adamson.
So these two teams, they're very familiar with one another. They've been playing against each other for multiple seasons now here in the SSL. And I'm sure AU is hungry to finally be able to dominate over a very strong team like Adamson.
Junicio Now serving for Adamson. Ooh, back-to-back errors for both teams here in set number 1.
We're seeing a couple of errors, but that's not uncommon, especially at the start of these morning games, especially. Still finding their footing.
Of course, it's still early at set number 1 pa. Perhaps both teams are still trying to get a hold of, yung rhythm, yung momentum. So it's really normal, like you mentioned, na magkaka-error ng mga ganon. But another error now here. Set number 1 for the Lady Falcons after that net touch violation. So, it's really hard to tell, you know what, Caitlin, pag sa set number 1 pa lang, both teams exchange of errors. Parang hirap sabihin na kung nakanino yung momentum, nakanino yung rhythm. Kasi nga, like you mentioned, both teams are still trying to adjust, still trying to siguro feel the momentum. So right now, it's really hard to tell kung nakanino between Adamson and Arellano. Great pass there for Arellano. Sapienza to the open. Great block. Sapienza open again. Coverage was there for Arellano. Oh, short.
So now we're seeing some errors on the attack, but still we saw that the frontline defense of both teams were present. Nabalik ng Adamson yung bola ng AU multiple times in that rally. And like what we were talking about, errors in this part of the match is uncommon. So mas importante kung sino makakakuha ng momentum first. Like they're really chasing to get that momentum first, because usually who gets it first will dictate the match.
Great serve there by Shakey, Abigail, and right when they needed that to get that 1-point lead here in set number 1.
Just right between the two players, medyo nagkaguluhan sila kung sino kukuha nung malakas na serve na yun.
Ooh! Back-to-back aces now for Abigail Shakey. And this serve of the game is brought to you by Shakey's. From era to era to era, the fun keeps rolling. 50 years of fun, family, and pizza at Shakey's. Oh, and a missed serve there for Abigail Shakey, but that's what I like also, Caitlin, about having those jump serves. No, it's really a high risk, high reward type of serve.
And still, she was able to get that lead for her team, so not much loss there for Shakey.
Great pass there for Adamson. Defense was there for Arellano. Ooh, that's a well-timed block for Adamson, courtesy of Tudao. And this block is brought to you by Peri Peri Charcoal Chicken and Sauce Bar. Order now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Good eyesight makes perfect moments. For expert eye care, state-of-the-art facilities, affordable eyewear. Go to EO. EO Executive Optical. Love your eyes.
Unli projects, plans, play, games! With Smart Unli 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Shakey's Creamy Spinach Pizza. Creamier.
Creamier, yummier!
You're still watching the 2025 Shakey Super League Preseason Unity Cup. For today's game, we won't be seeing Cassie Florida suit up for the Lady Cheese due to an ankle injury she sustained during a scrimmage last Tuesday. According to Coach Abbott, for now, Antang will be stepping in for their main gunner. Meanwhile, for Adamson University naman, a few players will also be sitting this one out, including key players nga na si Shina Lentura at Felicity Sagaysay. Their coach's reason naman being to give way lang din talaga for other players to have more exposure, especially in preseason tournaments like SSL. Rhea and Caitlin.
Thank you so much, Diana, for that report. Of course, we're hoping that players, after sustaining an injury, Caitlin, they recover fast, no, para makatulong sila agad sa kanilang team. Of course, ikaw or as an athlete, you really want to contribute well to your team, especially if it's a team setting. So we're really hoping for the fast recovery of players. But this cool play is brought to you by R&B Milk Tea. Order now. But again, going back to that report of Diana, on the side of Adamson naman, it's nice to see Coach JP Yude, setting aside his key players. Like you mentioned, it's an opportunity for the other players as well, especially off the bench, to perform. At ipakita kung ano yung kaya nilang build sa team.
Yes, definitely. And Adamson really is one of those teams that are known to have a very deep bench,
Yes.
a good system. And what's good here sa Shakey's, we have that all-to-play rule.
Yes.
So yung atmosphere sa first set nag-iiba talaga sa second set. So that's what keeps our matches here exciting.
Sapienza to Mordi. And Mordi goes cross-court.
That wasn't the most powerful of hits from Mordi, but still she knew where to bring that ball for a very solid kill to the back row.
Eleven to 8 is our score here in set number 1. Arellano to the cross. Sapienza to Mordi again. She's blocked. Sapienza reverses. And that's long. Adamson asking for a check. But our officials will clarify that because so far that attack from Segi was long, but the Adamson Lady Falcons are trying to contest the check ball here, but unfortunately they couldn't get one. That point goes to Arellano.
So Sapienza noticed that established yung block ng Arellano dun sa open side nila. So she decided to go to her opposite spiker, but unfortunately just a bit overcooked on that spike there.
Great serve there. Mordi again. Great ball deflection on the side of Arellano. Ooh. That was already an out-of-system play for Arellano, but what a time there for the Lady Chiefs to score a point.
Just right in the center of Adamson's court. No one knew who was going to get it. So I'm sure the Lady Falcons will want to adjust to plays like that, especially pag out of system yung kalaban nila.
Sapienza to Mordi again, cross court.
Quick side out here by the Lady Falcons.
This spike is brought to you by Potato Corner, world's best flavored fries. Order now. Mordi now on deck to serve. Great jump serve there. That was a good attempt for Cafe Sheena, but unfortunately that hit the antenna. Adamson up by 3. Mordi, serve, Sheena reverses. Defense was there for Adamson. Segi, and she's denied.
We saw a very good dig there by Gam from the Lady Falcons' side, but unfortunately, for Adamson, the net defense of Arellano University held strong against Segi.
So to serve Arellano. Sapienza to the open. And that's long.
So Adamson here committing some errors, and this is definitely a chance for the Lady Chiefs to try and regain the lead back for their team. It's back to a 1-point game here.
Sapienza with a bump set. That's low for Barrera.
And we are now deadlocked at 13 all. And let's see what Arellano University will make of this.
like you mentioned nga, Caitlin, no, errors piling up so far for Adamson. So this is really something that the Lady Chiefs should capitalize. Given hindi makakuha ng momentum ang Adamson given that errors, but what a time for Barrera to immediately recover from that attack error.
That was a great set by Sapienza, and she goes in between the blockers of Arellano University to get that really sharp kill.
Yep. Served by Jonicio. Chance ball to Adamson. Oh, and a net touch violation there for the Lady Chiefs.
She just touched the net on her landing after pushing that ball.
Yep.
And the 2-point lead is now back to Adamson.
Now, that could have been a chance ball, or rather, no, an opportunity for the Arellano to defend. Kaso hindi nga lang nila nakuha yung chance ball kasi net violation. But Abby Segi taking care of business here as Adamson is up at 3 now. This spike is brought to you by Potato Corner, world's best flavored fries. Order now. It's our second technical timeout here in set number 1. 16-13 is our score.
From era to era to era, the fun goes on. Shakey's 50 years.
Unli projects, plans, play, game. With Smart Unli 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
You are still watching us live here at the historic Rizal Memorial Coliseum. Again, I am Rhea Ragas, together for the first time with Caitlin Bernal and, of course, Diana Igual at the sidelines. Good serve there for Adamson.
So far, the service line for Adamson has been very good in trying to destabilize the AU defense, and now we see their footing. They have found their momentum, and now we're seeing Arellano University trying to switch things up with substitutions now.
Sheena with a chase. Sapienza reverses. Abby Segi, and that's long.
Segi just trying to replicate her attack she did prior to the timeout, but still a bit too powerful on that attempt.
Double subs now for the Lady Chiefs. Laxina in and Jay De La Cruz in for the Arellano University. Now the Arellano will have a 3-man defense in this rally. Ishi Laxina with that serve. Sapienza combination play. And Abigail Segi scores.
Combination play was very successful for the Lady Falcons. And the blocking of the Arellano University was just late enough for Segi to sneak in that attack.
It's nice for Sapienza to maximize the presence of Abby Segi in that front row. Given nung nasi Mordi sa harap, Kate, kay Mordi lagi sineset ni Sapienza, but when Mordi was set out to the back row, Abby Segi really stood up for the Lady Falcons. Shane Antang now serving for the Lady Chiefs. Great float there. Mardy with a pass. And Adamson to the open. And And that play was brought to you by Kick, powered by Smart. Our way, our rules. Download the app now.
What a powerful hit there by Barrera from the open side. And we talked about Mordi, we talked about Segi, and it's good to see that we have here Barrera as well to contribute to the offense of the Lady Falcons.
Arellano now serving. Barrera with that pass. Reverse to Rocha. Arellano will give up a chance ball. Cuenca to the middle. Defense was there for Arellano. High ball. Cuenca reverses. Rocha with that off speed. Arellano with that opposite. And that's right off the block.
Just enough to get that check ball on the side of Arellano University. And we see here that the third touches were not as powerful, but still Arellano University was able to execute the play from that.
Cuenca to Mordi. Defense was there. Off speed, and that's long.
So like what I mentioned, yung mga third ball kasi ng Lady Falcons, they're not as powerful, and Arellano University should be able to capitalize on that and execute the strategies, the plays that they have prepared. But still, error pa rin sa third touch ng Arellano.
Exactly. Instead of them capitalizing on those errors of Adamson, sila rin nag-errors eh. But not that time, says Kim Rocha on the side of Adamson with that well-timed block.
And syempre, pag out of system ka, for example, if you're in Arellano, it will be easier for the blockers of Adamson to spot where you will bring the ball. And that's why we had that wonderful block by Rocha.
Coach Roberto will now call his first time for the Lady Chiefs. Let's listen in.
Bakit ka na-block?
Cross court.
Ha?
Sa cross court.
Pangilang beses ko na sinasabi sa'yo na idaan mo sa maliit na block. Eh, hindi ka nakikinig. Yung gusto mo, hindi mo ubre. Gamitin mo yung utak mo.
Yan, ipaikot
Mahal
sa
yan,
down the
kapag nabenta mo yan.
Ayaw mo yan.
That huddle was powered by Kick. Download the app now.
That was Coach Roberto Javier on the side of Arellano University, just expressing a bit of frustration for his players, asking them where they want to bring the ball, and we're seeing some kind of hesitation from them. And that kind of hesitation is actually translating into their plays now. Hindi sila makakuha ng magandang kill to try and get back the lead from the Lady Falcons.
For Arellano to respond to that timeout with Jay De La Cruz off the block.
And we're seeing a few substitutions, string of substitutions here again for Arellano University, and let's see how they will be able to contribute now towards the end of the set.
That's Cafe Sheena now back for Arellano. The jump, but unfortunately catches the net. Double substitution now for the Lady Falcons as Segi will be back alongside their team captain Sapienza. Sapienza serving. Block was there. Great save for Arellano. Chance ball. Sapienza reverses. Abby Segi denied. Coverage was there for Adamson. Sheena reverses. And Arellano scores off that opposite attack.
That was a great sequence there by Arellano University. And the defense of Adamson was there, but still that was quick enough, fast enough, and just a good down the line hit from Arellano.
Well, that's what they need right now. Talking about Arellano is really, yung ball distribution ni Cafe Sheena, but Francis Morty with a powerful attack.
And that's what's good about the Lady Falcons. Pag nakakapuntos ang Arellano, they're able to respond right away with another kill.
And with that Morty attack, Coach Roberto will exhaust his last timeout. Let's listen in.
Sa'yo talaga idadaan, dahil ikaw yung maliit na spiker, yung sinasabi ko, tumapa yung Morty dito sa kanya dahil maliit. Yan dapat yung ganun sistema. Tumalong ka, hindi pwede tatalong ka lang.
That huddle was powered by Kick. Download the app now.
That's Coach Roberto again reminding his players of the play that they have prepared and to just execute it. And I think he was telling them na makisabay sila sa Adamson. Na they shouldn't be lagging behind, especially when Adamson's been able to have these great kills, great executions. And like here now, Adamson again with the service error, and this is really the chance now for the Lady Chiefs to try and still save this first set.
Adamson now at set point. Perfect pass was there. Sapienza to the middle. Cafe Sheena with that defense. Arellano. Defense was there for Adamson. Oh, it was a net touch violation on the side of the Lady Falcons.
That was a set a bit too close to the net there. Junisha not able to avoid it. And still we have another chance for Arellano to save this set, salvage this set. And let's see what they will make of this rally.
Arellano can't afford to commit an error here. Defense was there. Cafe Sheena to the open. And she's denied. Adamson now up by 1 set in this opening match with that block.
That was Janisha on the block. Just a perfect denial there.
This block is brought to you by Peri Peri Charcoal Chicken and Sauce Bar. Order now. Adamson ahead 1 set in this UAAP NCAA first match. That's 25-21 is our score.
With each new decade, a fun new size. Still serving smiles on every plate. 50 great years, let's celebrate. Shakey's fun goes on and on and on, on and on and on. Shakey's got it going on. We still bring the fun.
With decades of great pizza, chicken, and mojos.
Shakey's fun goes on and on.
From era to era to era. The fun goes on. Shakey's 50 years.
The fun goes on at Shakey's.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Shakey's creamy spinach pizza. Creamier.
Creamier, yummier.
Only projects, plans, play, games. With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Cheer for your team while enjoying your Shakey's favorites with the Super League meal deal. Now available in 3 types. SSL 1099, SSL Classic, and SSL Gold. Whether you're craving pizza, chicken, mojos, or pasta, there's a bundle for every appetite. You also get to support your favorite team because for every order, 50 pesos goes to your chosen SSL participating school. Whether you're courtside or couch side, enjoy the action with the Super League meal deal. Of course, set number 1 here in Adamson versus Arellano, it was a bit of a struggle for both teams. Caitlin, to start with, we saw how they started off with an exchange of errors for both teams. Medyo hirap ang both teams to establish their respective rhythms and momentum. But in that latter part of the set, we saw how Adamson really capitalized the offense of Francis Morden, Abby Segi, with 25-21 as our score.
So we saw how the Lady Falcons, like what you mentioned, they were still trying to find their footing. But before that first technical timeout by Tudao, her block really sparked that run of momentum for the Lady Falcons, and they were able to dominate the attacking department with 11 points as compared to 6 on the Arellano University side. And they were also present on their blocks and their aces. But still, that's what we were talking about. Yung errors na are still a problem for both teams. But let's see if they'll be able to improve on that in the second set.
Set number 2, and this set is brought to you by Shakey's. From era to era to era, the fun keeps rolling. 50 years of fun, family, and pizza at Shakey's. So again, here at our Shakey's Super League Preseason Unity Cup, we still have the all-to-play rule. So new set of players po tayo for both teams here at set number 2, courtesy of that all-to-play rule. So again, like you mentioned, like we talked about in set number 1, Kate, this is a good opportunity for all the players, to really showcase their skills and talents.
And first rally pa lang ng second set, we are seeing how determined they are. These second string of players, we see how determined they are to really make their mark here in our game today. And that was a first point by Arellano University.
It's a great start for Arellano here in set number 2. Although they lost set number 1, but here in set number 2, hindi ganito yung panimula nila in set number 1. So I would say this is a good start.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, set was too low for the Lady Chiefs.
So the service line of Adamson University was quite strong in the previous set, and let's see if these players will be able to maintain that strong service.
Sina to the middle. And that was a Pueblas.
That was a good dump attack from the Arellano University just for a quick point.
And that play was brought to you by Kick, powered by Smart. Our way, our rules. Download the app now. Arellano rather up ahead by 1. It's a great serve. Cuenca to the open. Denied. Cuenca goes to the pipe. And that's Red Bascon off the block.
That was our first pipe attack from the Lady Falcons there, and hindi rin naabangan ng Arellano University yun. So great effort there from their setter, Cuenca, to deliver that ball to the back row.
Sina to the open. Seo was there. Red Bascon, pipe, and that's long.
That was another back row attempt from Red Bascon, but unfortunately, just a bit too strong there. But still, the Lady Chiefs still with the lead.
Arellano with a serve. And another service error there for the Lady Chiefs. Ito na yung sinabi natin, Caitlin, na ang hirap for Arellano to establish that much needed momentum. Kasi nga, aside na unti-unti na sana nilang nakukuha, binabawi naman nila sa kanilang mga errors.
Yes, definitely. They'll want to try and find a way to minimize their errors, but on this play, they were quite successful on the middle attack. That was a great attack there by
Pueblas. Red Bascon with the pass. Cuenca to Aseo. Cross court. Defense was there. Sina to the open. That's off the block.
That was a great kill on the side of Arellano University. That was Annalisa Dantic on the open side, just unfazed by the blockers in front of her and just choosing to power through.
And Bascon with the chase, and it's an ace for the Lady Chiefs.
Lady Chiefs finding their momentum point by point, now holding a 2-point lead over the Lady Falcons, who seem to be struggling on their floor defense here. Sorry, that is 6-3 now.
De La Cruz, same target. Cuenca to the middle. Laxina reverses to the pipe, and De La Cruz off the block.
That was a wonderful kill there by opposite hitter De La Cruz.
And this spike is brought to you by Potato Corner, world's best flavored fries. Order now. Strong start so far for the Lady Chiefs here in set number 2. De La Cruz serving, and that's long.
Despite their errors, we see though that the ball distribution of Arellano University has improved significantly from the first set, and they're playing with a lot more rhythm, but I guess I jinxed it on that play right there. But let's see how Adamson will choose to capitalize on that error.
What a time for Adamson to score an ace here. Now that the Lady Chiefs are up at 2. Seo, back-to-back ace.
The Lady Falcons back with their powerful service line that really has been one of their strengths in this game. Maske yun second stringers, they're able to have that good offense from the deck.
Laxina to Pueblas, but unfortunately that was low. We're on a deadlock now here at set number 1. Seo, great serve. That's her third service ace here in set number 2. What a time for the Adamson to score an ace as they are up ahead. 8-7 is our score.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Good eyesight makes perfect moments. For expert eye care, state-of-the-art facilities, affordable eyewear. Go to EO. EO Executive Optical. Love your eyes.
Only projects, plans, play, games. With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Shakey's Creamy Spinach Pizza. Creamier.
Creamier, yummier.
You're still watching the 2025 Shakey Super League Preseason Unit Cup. Now, when I talked to Coach Obet of Arellano University, their main takeaway from their last game against FEU was really more about sustaining their momentum na kung gaano nga sana ka-intense start ay dapat ganun din hanggang dulo. For Coach Obet, may panghinayang man for the points na dapat ay sa kanila sana. He always reminds nga din daw itong kanyang mga manlalaro na to really just try to enjoy the game more kasi sabi nga nila, when they stop having fun on the court, dun lumalabas yung mga errors ng kanyang mga manlalaro. Something they're really hoping to avoid and improve on in today's match. Rhea and Caitlin.
Thank you so much, Diana, for that report. And I like how Diana highlighted that how Coach Obet rather was nahihinayang nga siya in their last game against FU, given it was a 5-set games and it was of course against, or rather it was a 5-set game nga against FEU. And as we all know, FEU, they're again on an ascent here, not only in Shakey's, but also in the UAAP. So, that could have been an opportunity for the Arellano to finally, win against FEU. But again, after that 5-set, hard-fought 5-set na natalo sila, hindi nga lang nila nakuha
Now we're seeing here the Lady Falcons were successful in bouncing back from that deficit they had before the technical timeout. And we see here now Arellano University calling another timeout in attempts to mend that disadvantage they have right now.
Ngayon, pinalo mo yung bola. Ang layo mo sa net, ibabaon mo. Kunin mo muna sa mataas. Gamahin mo muna yung braso mo. Hindi yung gagawin mo kagad, papaloy mo kagad ng mabilis. Laban!
Thought Huddle was powered by Kick. Download the app now.
We're seeing a lot of tense faces here from the Lady Chiefs with Coach Roberto. Once again, reminding them of the plays that they want to be doing here, especially now na lumalamang na talaga ang Lady Falcons. But we saw naman na sa unang part ng set na to, kaya naman nila makisabay sa offense ng Lady Falcons. And I think going back to Diana's report, it's just about enjoying the game, not being too tense, not being too hesitant, and just like giving it your all and just doing kung ano yung training mo na.
Well, let me correct myself, Kate. No? That 5-set victory pala was against JRU, and yung nahinaya nga si Coach Obet lang kasi galing sila doon na 5-set win, pero na 3 sets loss din sila against FEU. So, andun na sana yung momentum kaso hindi nga lang nila nakuha. But so far, for the Adamson here, they're on a roll with 13-9. As this block is brought to you by Peri Peri Charcoal Chicken and Sauce Bar. Order now.
Solid blocking on the side of the Lady Falcons, and they're present all around here in set number 2. They have the defense, offense, and now their net defense is also very formidable, really challenging the AU attackers.
And that's Rocha cross court with an off-speed.
That was an off-speed hit, but still a clean hit for the Lady Falcon there. And the Arellano University really having some difficulty piecing together their floor defense, especially na lumalamang na ang Lady Falcons with their powerful offense.
Cuenca to Red Bascon. She's denied. Red Bascon again. And she scores.
The same problem again for Arellano University. They're having some difficulty containing these very powerful attackers from the Lady Falcons. That was the block was there for Arellano University, but still Red Bascon was able to power through that.
Cuenca with a strong serve.
A bit too strong for Cuenca on that side, and this side out, Arellano must take this opportunity to try and bounce back. Adamson already leading by 5 points in this set.
Cuenca to Bascon, cross court. Laksina to the open. And Arellano with off the block.
That was good anticipation on the side of Arellano. Just for that joust, and let's see if they'll be able to take this game point by point in attempts to come closer here with Lady Falcons.
Bump set to Red. Block was there for Arellano. Cuenca to the reverse. Rocha off speed. Oh, a miscommunication for the Lady Chiefs.
And that error from Arellano University will mark the second technical timeout in favor of the Adamson Lady Falcons.
From era to era to era, the fun goes on. Shakey's 50 years.
Unli projects, plans, play, games. With Smart Unli 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
You are still watching us live here at the Rizal Memorial Coliseum. I am Rhea Ragas together with Caitlin Bernal and Diana Igual at the sidelines. Quadruple header po tayo this Thursday. As later on, we will witness the NCAA champion, CSB, in game number 2, and also the UAAP champion, National University, in game number 3. And of course, in game number 4, that's Mapua against UST. Laksina to the open. And block was there for Adamson. This block is brought to you by Peri Peri Charcoal Chicken and Sauce Bar. Order now.
We now have a couple of substitutions from Arellano University. Let's see if these players will be able to. I guess they're not going to continue with that substitution, but for sure we'll be seeing that later on into the set. But now we see here Adamson really on a roll here, especially with their offense and their blocking, really containing the attackers of the Lady Chiefs.
Well, I agree that you mentioned the blocking, Kit. That's really something that changed the game here for Adamson. Although nakuha nila yung set number 1, but we really didn't see parang much of that block points in set number 1.
And it really is their blocking and their service aces that really carried them in here in set number 2. It allowed them to execute those attacks that we saw from Rocha and Bascon.
Seo, and she scores.
Solid hit there by Aseo, unfazed by the block in front of her.
This school play is brought to you by R&B Milk Tea. Order now.
And okay, here are the substitutions that we were expecting in this set. That is Palalon, their team captain, who really did contribute and carried her team in set number 1. And let's see if she will be able to try and motivate her team and encourage her team to still turn things around for this set.
Rocha with a powerful cross court. This spike is brought to you by Potato Corner, world's best flavored fries. Order now.
That was a perfect setup there on the side of Lady Falcons. Rocha, pataas pa lang siya, pero pababa na yung blockers ng Arellano University. It was the perfect setup for her to execute that wonderful kill.
Short serve there for Adamson. So far, the Lady Falcons at a comfortable lead here in set number 2. Red Bascon. Cut to the open. Seo was denied. Red Bascon, what a save. A great effort there. .14 is our score. Adamson up by 5. Red Bascon with a perfect pass. Cuenca reverses. Coverage was there for Arellano. De La Cruz. Defense was there for the Lady Falcons. Aseo cross court, no go. Oh, what an effort for Arellano on that Aseo attack.
Aseo really stepping up here in our set number 2. And that was the second very powerful kill that we saw from her. And that was just enough to try and outsmart the defense of Arellano University. And now they are here in the 20s at the latter part of set number 2. With key players such as Segi and their team captain back on court.
Pueblas unfortunately couldn't get that ball over. And with that error, Coach Obet will call for a time here at set number 2. Let's listen in.
mababang bola. Di ba wala namang problema kung bola umabot sa langit eh. Kaysa yung binababa mo, hirap na yung center, kanina pa nakakanda-ugaga pa paano bababa. Ganun ba kalakas yung serve? Ganun ba kalakas yung serve? O eh, bakit hindi mo pagandaan? Bakit hindi ka
Dot Huddle was powered by Kick. Download the app now.
Head coach Roberto Javier calling the timeout, maybe in attempts to try and halt the momentum that's building also here on the side of the Lady Falcons, especially now that their veterans, their key players are back in court. But really solid effort there from the Lady Falcons altogether, especially with the likes of Aseo, who just executed another powerful cross-court kill.
A great elevation there from Aseo and that connection she has with Sapienza, the setter, leaving her with a single block there. Oh, Sapienza with a short serve.
But I guess the Lady Falcons have a bit more room to make errors. But on the side of the Lady Chiefs, these are opportunities for them to try and get their momentum back.
Kumbaga, for Adamson, may breathing room sila eh. They are parang valid to commit those errors kasi they have a 7-point lead advantage here. But if you're Arellano, you really have to take advantage of those errors. But in your own, you can't afford din mag-commit ng error. But off the block was Jasmine Palalo, their team captain.
That was a perfect sequence on the side of the Lady Chiefs. A great setup to their team captain, just going through the block, powering through the block.
Sheena Cafe now serving. Sapienza goes to Aseo. No one was there.
The net defense was present on the side of the Lady Chiefs. And a lapse of defense on the side of the Lady Falcons.
Cafe Sheena, great serve. Sapienza reverses. Defense was there. Reverse. And Sabanal's denied.
Sabanal was quite hesitant to take that hit. She was going for that off-speed hit, but still the Lady Falcon blockers were able to anticipate where she wanted that ball to go.
She was a little late. But what a time for Aseo to score an ace. 23-17 is our score here in set number 2.
Now, if you're at Arellano University and you see Aseo back on the service line, you should be really trying to strengthen your floor defense, because if you remember, siya din yung nag 3-1 run at the start of the second set. And her services are really deadly here.
And Fred Bascon off the block.
And after that wonderful attack by Red Bascon,
it's our set number 2 secured by Adamson. Here, 25-17 is our score.
The fun goes on and on and on, on and on and on. To the break of dawn, fun is never done. Let's all party. Shakey's fun goes on and on. Hero to hero, what a ride. With each new decade, a fun new side. Still serving smiles on every plate. 50 great years, let's celebrate. Shakey's fun goes on and on and on, on and on and on. Shakey's got it going on, we still bring the fun.
With decades of great pizza, chicken, and mojos.
Shakey's fun goes on and on.
From era to era to era. The fun goes on. Shakey's 50 years.
The fun goes on at Shakey's.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app. Choose your number. Activate the eSIM and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Shakey's Creamy Spinach Pizza. Creamier.
Creamier, yummier.
Only projects, plans, play, games. With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Cheer for your team while enjoying your Shakey's favorites with the Super League meal deal. Now available in 3 types: SSL 1099, SSL Classic, and SSL Gold. Whether you're craving pizza, chicken mojos, or pasta, there's a bundle for every appetite. You also get to support your favorite team because for every order, 50 pesos goes to your chosen SSL participating school. Whether you're courtside or couch side, enjoy the action with the Super League meal deal. Caitlin, set number 2, we saw how the Arellano Lady Chiefs started off strong here with a different set of players courtesy of our all-2-player rule. In fact, lamang nga sila in that early part of set number 2. We saw how they tried to rally their offense and defense here and nahihirapan na itong Adamson na maka-establish ng kanilang offense. But in that latter part, bumawi agad itong Adamson and 25-17 was our score.
That was really courtesy of Aseo and her aces. As you can see here on the board, we have 4 aces against 1. And that really allowed Adamson then to execute the kind of offense that they wanted. 10 attacks, 4 blocks. And for the opponent errors, parang same lang ang dalawang for the 2 teams. But still, Adamson was able to dictate the play, dictate the momentum of set number 2, especially when bumalik na sina Shakey at Sapienza back onto the court. That really allowed players such as Aseo to make that final kill there for set number 2.
Set number 3 underway. And this set is brought to you by Shakey's. From era to era to era, the fun keeps rolling. 50 years of fun, family, and pizza at Shakey's. A strong start again for the Lady Chiefs after that Cafe Sheena ace.
And that's the kind of play that we like to see from the Arellano Lady Chiefs. We saw that was the strength of the Lady Falcons, and it would be good if they would be able to replicate that or even match that kind of energy in order to still get this very crucial third set.
Though in set number 2, Caitlin, so far, 2 girls on the side of the Lady Chiefs already scored 4 points apiece. That's De La Cruz and Palalon. Whereas for the Adamson Lady Falcons, Mordi already with 6 points. So let's see if Palalon and De La Cruz could battle it out as a duo against Francis Mordi. But for Mordi, hindi siya gagamitin ni Coach JP Ude here. Sapienza serving. Great float there. Sheena reverses. Sapienza goes to the opposite. Rocha was denied. Sapienza to Red Bascon. Off speed. Arellano will try and she scores.
Right on cue, you were talking about how Palalon and De La Cruz were really the key players here for Arellano University. And we see here just having that really high reach, high height advantage to get that very sharp kill.
And so far, Caitlin, no, here in set number 3, sa mga rallies na nakikita natin na exchange of counter-attacks, for Arellano, lagi nilang ginagamit si De La Cruz.
She really is reliable when it comes to the third touch, and she's really a strength that Arellano will want to utilize, especially now na nasa set number 3 na tayo. And she can definitely team up as well with their captain, Palalon, for a stronger offense.
Ooh, Palalon, or Segovia rather, denied. As this block is brought to you by Peri Peri Charcoal Chicken and Sauce Bar. Order now.
That was a quick attack play by the Lady Chiefs, but still, the blocking of the Lady Falcons was very strong on that play. Kahit na mabilis yung attack, na-anticipate pa rin nila.
In this game so far, Kate, no, yun yung parang advantage ng Adamson eh. Despite the absence of Sagaysay and Nitura as their main gunners for the Lady Falcons. Parang for the Lady Falcons, andun din naman yung depensa nila in terms of net defense.
And I guess that's the challenge with the Lady Chiefs now.
Yep.
They are able to get these kinds of points, these solid points, but it's all about being able to sustain that momentum that they're trying to build.
This school play is brought to you by R&B Milk Tea. Order now. That's what they need right now, talking about the Lady Chiefs, is really they have to outsmart the net defense of Adamson. Red Bascon. And that's an ace for the Lady Chiefs.
That is our second ace we're seeing from the Lady Chiefs. That was from Segovia. And now they're successful in cutting their deficit. Now back to a 1-point game.
In set number 2, we saw how the Lady Chiefs only tallied 1 service ace. But right now, 2 service aces na on their side. So that's a good start for the Lady Chiefs. But unfortunately, not with that error. 6-4 is our score. Adamson serving. Arellano, cross court. Defense was there for Adamson. Sapienza. Coverage was there. Sapienza chooses Bascon and she scores.
Wonderful sequence there on the side of the Lady Falcons. That was Sapienza delivering the ball to her back row attackers. Only facing one blocker on the side of AU, and still no one was there to cover the ball.
Not that very familiar Red Bascon attack, Kate. We covered a lot of the games from Adamson even before, their seniors were still together with them, like Lucille Almonte, yung mga veterans ng Adamson. And we saw, pag si Red Bascon talaga pinapasok ni Coach JPU, she's really giving that quality minutes for her team. But right now, isa na rin kasi siya sa main gunner, so it's really nice to see her embrace that role.
Definitely. And that kind of performance can be empowering, especially dun sa younger teammates niya, tulad ni Aseo.
Yep. And this spike is brought to you by Potato Corner, world's best flavored fries. Order now. 8-5 is our score here at the first technical timeout.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app. Choose your number. Activate the eSIM and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Good eyesight makes perfect moments. For expert eye care, state-of-the-art facilities, affordable eyewear. Go to EO. EO Executive Optical. Love your eyes.
Unli projects, plans, play, games! With Smart Unli 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Shakey's Creamy Spinach Pizza. Creamier.
Creamier, yummier.
You're still watching the 2025 Shakey Super League Preseason Unity Cup. Now, I got the chance to talk to Princess Alog earlier from Arellano University. Being in her second year, she shared how things have changed since her rookie season. Before, she was more of an observer nga daw, tahimik lang and learning from her seniors. But now that she's getting more playing time, kahit nga daw may doubts most of the time, she's really trying to make the most out of every opportunity. What's getting her through every game though, ayun nga mga affirmations na inuulit-ulit nga daw niya when playing, like, quote, bounce the ball and to always just do her best kasi nga naman she's trained so hard for this. Ray and Caitlin.
Thank you so much, Diana, for that report. And like we talked about earlier, Kate, on the side of Adamson, you have Red Bascon, but on the side of Arellano, that's Princess Alog, who kung siya na yung pinasok, kung siya na yung senior sa team, she's really embracing that role of being a starter for the Lady Chiefs. And as a player dati, Kate, no, parang me to myself, I also have those kinds of parang pre-game rituals really to help myself boost that confidence. And it's really nice to see that Princess Alag is really stepping up big time to that responsibility as a starter given by Coach Obed.
Definitely, and it's nice to see a player talking about affirmations
Yep.
and how they try to encourage themselves, because volleyball, it's not like all other sports.
Yes.
It's not just a physical game, it's
Yes.
also a mental game.
That's
and
true.
kita yun sa mga performance ng players natin. It's very easy to see if they're mentally tough, and I think that's what both teams have been displaying
Yep.
so far in our game today.
Sapienza to the middle. Defense was there for the Lady Chiefs. Sabanal will give up a chance ball. Sapienza to the middle again, and she scores.
That is Tudao with a dump from the middle. Great delivery there by Sapienza.
As this school play is brought to you by R&B Milk Tea. Order now.
That was Tudao just knowing where to put the ball. Saw that unmanned front line of the Lady Chiefs, and they will follow it up now with a service ace. Yan na naman tayo sa mga aces ng Adamson. Definitely a problem for the defense of the Lady Chiefs.
So far, the Adamson Lady Falcons, they're just really, trying to get that ball over. They're not doing, they're not actually going for that high pressure serves. Instead, what they're trying to do is just to get that ball over, but they're really scoring an ace. But this play is brought to you by Kick and powered by Smart. Our way, our rules. Download the app now.
That was a good response on the side of Lady Chiefs. That was Segovia powering through the block. But then again, another service error on the side of Arellano University. And that's what I was talking about previously, Rhea, na it's good that they're able to get these really good kills on their offense, but at the same time, it's a matter of being able to sustain that offensive momentum that they are trying to get.
Feshina to the reverse. Down the line. A great save there by the Lady Falcons. Feshina reverses again. Off the block. That's De La Cruz.
That is our key player on the side of the Lady Chiefs. De La Cruz again with a smart push, just enough to outsmart the defense of the Lady Falcons.
In fact, that set was already too awkward, I would say, for De La Cruz Gate, no? But still found a way to get that ball over. Sapienza, reverse to Rocha. It's low.
And that is an attack error on the side of the Lady Chiefs. And we see here, parang both these teams are fighting to dictate the pace of this third set. Slowly but surely, AU is successful in trying to minimize their deficit. They're now only down by 2 points.
Now, you mentioned earlier, Kate, that the Lady Falcons errors are piling up so far here in set number 2. So this is something that the Lady Chiefs, on the other hand, should capitalize. And so far, they're doing a good job at that. Great serve there for Arellano. Red Bascon down the line, no go. De La Cruz will try. Defense was there. Sapienza to Bascon, cross court. Oh, great defense for Arellano. Sapienza to the middle.
And that was a great quick attack hit by Dote. Another great setup by Sapienza. And it was good to go for that quick attack kasi nakita mo parang mas solid na yung defense, floor defense ng Arellano University. So what better way to try and stop that momentum from growing with a quick attack from the center.
De La Cruz down the line. Red Bascon with the bump set. Seo. Hina chooses Sabanal. Aseo cross court and she scores.
That is another solid kill on the side of the Lady Falcons. That was Marie Joy Aseo with her classic cross court attack.
Red Bascon now on deck to serve. Short serve there. Gina Cafe chooses sa banal, and that's long. 16-11 is our score here at the second technical timeout.
From era to era to era, the fun goes on. Shakey's 50 years.
Only projects, plans, play, games. With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
This Shakey's Super Fans of the Game is brought to you by Shakey's. From era to era to era, the fun keeps rolling. 50 years of fun, family, and pizza. And our Shakey's fans of the day who are watching us live here at the Rizal Memorial Coliseum. May 3 games pa po tayo na aabangan for this game. It's another NCAA UAAP showdown.
We just saw a very powerful hit from Segovia, but at the same time, we saw that wonderful back set by Cafe. Let's see if Arellano University has a few attacks similar to that up their sleeve.
Great block there for Santiago. 2 back-to-back points now for the Lady Chiefs. Red Bascon. Sapienza chooses Rocha. Down the line. Coverage was there. Sapienza combination play!
And the Lady Falcons answer back even louder with that wonderful combination play with Aseo just hammering down the ball.
This spike is brought to you by Potato Corner, world's best flavored fries. Order now. What a time for Sapienza to activate that combination play here in set number 3. But Santiago now with that side-out attack point. Double subs for Coach Obet. Laksina will now serve for the Lady Chiefs as Antang will be at the front row. It's a 3-man defense for Coach Obet. Sapienza chooses Arceo. That's down the line kill.
Now, this girl was doing cross-court kills early on into the set, but now we see her doing very precise, very accurate down the line kills. And we see here Sapienza really using Aseo to try and halt the momentum growing here on the side of the Lady Chiefs.
Double substitutions as well for Coach JP Yude. Cuenca will now set. Cuenca to Aseo. Down the line, that catches the line.
That's Maria Aseo on a roll here in the latter half of set number 3, and mapapatawag na nga si Coach Roberto ng timeout for his squad.
Magpasa pa rin kayo. Diba? Kaya nga may paa tayo eh. Kung saan lang kayo nakatindig, doon na lang. Gusto nyo, hindi ganun ang laro ng volleyball. No? Sila pinapahirapan nila tayo eh. Ayaw nila ibigay sa atin ng tapat-tapat. Ito lang yung paa.
That huddle was powered by Kick. Download the app now.
So we saw that the Lady Chiefs we had good rhythm coming off the second technical timeout. They had back-to-back attack points there. But we saw here Aseo immediately stop that rhythm from growing on the side of the Lady Chiefs. And now it's all about Arellano University trying to get back on track. They should be unfazed by these attackers, these combination plays that the Lady Falcons are trying to conjure up. And this really is now an opportunity for the Lady Chiefs to try and bounce back in this game.
Seo to Abby Segi, and she scores. This school play is brought to you by R&B Milk Tea. Order now.
Abby Segi with a powerful kill. The block was right in front of her, but still so much power in that hit that it just goes through the block, sneaks into the block.
Service error there committed by Aseo. 20-16. Although the Adamson, may lamang naman sila, Kate, no? They sit at a comfortable lead. Not only here in set number 3, but in set number 2 and in set number 1 as well. Pero nahihirapan din silang i-manage yung lead kasi other than having that lead, nagpapile pa rin yung errors on their side. So they really can finish with a strong ending. Double substitutions for Coach JP Yude. Barrera will replace Red Pascon, and Jonicio will replace Dote at the middle for the Lady Falcons. New set of players for Coach JP here at the latter part of set number 3. Tudao was there. Cuenca reverses. Abby Segi.
Segi once again making some noise here in set number 3, just newly fielded in by Coach JP Yude. And she's proving now that she really is one of the veterans, one of the key players for the Lady Falcons.
Oh, great serve. Sheena will try to score. Oh, that's Barrera. And that catches the line.
The Lady Chiefs thought that it was going to sail out, but Barrera just managed to execute that very sharp angle to get that point.
Tudao with that serve. Arellano to the middle. Cuenca, pipe attack, Aseo. No go. Cafe Sheena. Oh, great play there from Sheena.
That was a very smart drop ball play by Cafe. She saw the block, but she saw that no one was behind the block, and she decided to go for it.
And despite na two-man attackers lang itong Arellano at the front row, si Cafe Sheena, may capacity din siyang maging attacker despite being a setter. Cuenca reverses. Abby Segi, that's long.
That set was a bit too short for Abby Segi. She tried to make something out of it, but still nahirapan na siya mag-adjust mid-air.
Back-to-back points for the Lady Chiefs here in set number 3. Sheena, a great serve. Cuenca to the middle, that's a no-go. De La Cruz. Abby Segi will try. Oh, great, smart move.
Segi responding with the same kind of play. That was a drop ball hit. She saw that the blockers were present, but still no floor coverage behind them.
Match point na po ang Adamson Lady Falcons. Abby with that serve. Cafe Sheena to De La Cruz. And Arellano saves a match point.
That is their team captain, Palalon, who has been a good presence here for the Lady Chiefs all throughout this match.
match point. And that's Camille Jonicio with that middle attack, and Adamson, 3 straight wins, 3 straight sets.
Great hit there by Jonicio to finish the match, and too late from the libero of Arellano University. And now Adamson will be getting their 2nd win of their tournament. Great effort from both teams, but still Adamson was able to dominate all throughout the sets. And that's thanks to multiple players who really contributed, but still on the side of the Lady Chiefs, good effort, especially from players such as De La Cruz and Palalon.
Of course, it wasn't how exactly the Lady Chiefs wanted to end this game here, but of course, you have to give credit to how the Lady Falcons really dominated this match, going up against the Arellano. 25-19 is our score here at set number 3. We will be back for our MVP of the match.
With each new decade, a fun new side. Still serving smiles on every plate. 50 great years, let's celebrate. Shakey's fun goes on and on and on, on and on and on. Shakey's got it going on. We still bring the fun.
With decades of great pizza, chicken, and mojos.
Shakey's fun goes on and on.
From era to era to era. The fun goes on. Shakey's 50 years.
The fun goes on at Shakey's.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Shakey's creamy spinach pizza. Creamier.
Creamier, yummier.
Unli projects, plans, play, games. With Smart Unli 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
(25-21, 25-17, and 25-19 is our score here at the opening match of this Thursday's quadruple header. And of course, our MVP of the match is brought to you by Shakey's. From era to era to era, the fun keeps rolling. 50 years of fun, family, and pizza at Shakey's. You know, we all know how the Adamson Lady Falcons dominated this match, Caitlin, but if there's one player that stood up as our MVP of the match, sino ang napili mo?
Well, it's none other than Marijoy Aseo, who really stepped up in the second set. Nakita natin yun, 4 aces niya, pero she doubled that with 12 points all in all from 8 attacks. So this really was a great game for Marijoy. And let's head on over to Diana to see what Asea's thoughts are on this match.
Okay, so Joy, of course, congratulations for getting that win and for being MVP of the match. Ngayon, balikan muna natin yung naging laro nyo kanina. Kanina, it has been a quick game, of course. Although, nung unang set natin, medyo nagiging catch-up game pa siya. Pero naging tuloy-tuloy naman din. So, ano ba yung ginawa ng team para maging ganon kabilis yung naging laro?
Yung ginawa lang po namin is nag-patient po sa isa't isa, tapos nag-teamwork po.
Alright, so Joy, ano naman, alam natin na, if I'm not mistaken, hindi pa nanalo yung Arellano against sa inyo here in SSL, here in Shakey's. So ano ba, or gano'n ka-importante ba sa inyo para magkaroon ng dominant performance against a team dito sa mga tournament, especially for a preseason tournament?
Ano po, sabi po ni coach sa amin na i-do lang po namin yung best namin para po manalo. Win or lose man, it's okay, basta yung best namin is pino-push.
Okay, so Joy, baka may gusto kang batiin, friends, family, this is the time.
Thank you po sa Akari community and Adamson community sa support po sa amin. And shoutout ko po sa family ko po, sa coach ko po dun sa Ormoc, tapos teammates ko po, and syempre po sa sa captain ball ko po doon, si Iya Salas.
Okay, so Joy, you'll also be getting a special prize from Shakey. So once again, congratulations to you and to the rest of the Adamson University community. Rhea and Caitlin, balik sa inyo.
Of course, congratulations to the Adamson Lady Falcons and of course to our MVP of the match, Mary Joy Aseo. But for now, let's check out our Smart Powered Up plays brought to you by Smart's Only 5G. Stayed connected for only 85 pesos for 3 days. Load now through the Smart Up. Set number 1, Kate, we saw how things were really tight between these two teams. We saw how for Adamson, hindi nila nakuha yung momentum nila, and for Arellano as well, they're really trying to play a good catch-up game here, just like what Diana said in that report, as 21-25 is our score. But here in set number 2,
we saw how Arellano University really tried to get that momentum back, get that rhythm back. We had a new set of players from both teams, and we saw Arellano University actually leading. But then again, by that first technical timeout, we saw Aseo step up with her 4 aces for a 3-1 run, and that really led the way for the Lady Falcons to get that set number 2 win.
And of course, in set number 3, here we also saw the Lady Chiefs started off strong, but of course at the latter part of the set, we saw how Abby Segi and Aseo really dominated the offense here for the Lady Falcons rather, as our score is 25-19 overall. It was really a collective effort for the Lady Falcons. So right now, let's check up our numbers here in this match against Adamson and Arellano.
So we saw that the Lady Falcons did definitely dominate on the attacks, 35 against 26. And then again, kept on mentioning yung blocking nila, napakaganda. The net defense was there that really contained the AU attackers. It made it hard for them. But look at the aces of Adamson University, 10 aces against 4. And safe to say na destabilize ang defense ng Arellano University, and that's really what they struggled all throughout the match. Opponent errors, this isn't surprising to us. They committed quite a lot, but still they were able, nabawi naman nila yun sa kanilang attacks. And overall, a very dominant game from the Lady Falcons to get their second win of the tournament. And we saw that it was definitely a breakout game on the side of Segi, Sapienza, and of course, our player of the game, si Aseo.
So don't go away. We still have 3 matches left for today. But up next, it's another blue and green showdown. It's the CSB going up against Ateneo. Don't go away.